What is good too? It's your reaction video. So today's video, we're going to take a memory trip down memory lane to Virtua Fighter 5. Now with Virtua Fighter 6 coming out maybe 2026, we'll do a later video on that. But I want to look back at Virtua Fighter 5. Not just Virtua Fighter 5, but Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, which came out 2 months ago. But I'm going to do my expert of that and of the original version. And to why this could be considered in a conversation with, Taken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Dead or Alive. Like, I don't understand. This game has so much potential from the jump. Just because of the graphics, the gameplay, but overall fluency of the characters. Like, in my opinion, Virtua Fighter 5 has some of the best, very well put together, detailed characters. This is really good. And it's been a fan favorite just for me in general. Now, Virtua Fighter 5 Revo came out January 27, 2025. The original Virtua Fighter came out July 12, 2006. So almost 20 years later, they came out with a more HD version of it, which was expected just because Virtua Fighter 5 did so well, so great. Yet, why we don't talk about it enough like we talk about Taken 5, like we talk about Mortal Kombat 9, like we talk about Street Fighter Turbo 2 or Street Fighter Champion 5. It's so much with this game that I feel like it doesn't get the credit and love that it needs. Just because it's been a great game. It's fluent, it's high pace, it has a great roster, it has a great story mode. So what made Virtua Fighter 5 overall just an embarrassment when it came to fighting games? Let's no longer dive back to the beginning with the first Virtua Fighter. The very first Virtua Fighter 1 came out in December 1993 in an arcade version. Now, just like with Taken 1 and the previously arcade version of the game, it's not really up to par. As you see, arcade versions look like stick figures. Well, if you remember that game that you played back on Y8, it looks just like that. We just came a long way. But we're just gonna skip past this because there's not really a lot to talk about with this version. Just on to the next one, number 2. The very second Virtua Fighter came out November 1994. It was like a year later or 11 months later. Now this one was a little bit more well put together than the second one. I just feel like the very first Virtua Fighter just wasn't it. It felt like it was rushed and everything was just pixelated. Honestly, they didn't have more terms of like what it is now, but look at the difference between Virtua Fighter 2 and Virtua Fighter 1. They use the same exact system in the whole same exact operation. Just look at this. Look at this and look at Virtua Fighter 1. It doesn't make sense how much far it came. And this one also added more characters, more fluency. I mean, it's not as like perfect, but it was just a lot better. This were the beginning. I feel like Virtua Fighter was going like up and not down. It just really felt like they was on a great way, just with the way this was. And I can tell they took some aesthetic from Taken with the cutscenes and the intros, stuff like that. Virtua Fighter 2 is a really good game. Really good game. Boards and stuff could be better, but it has little glitches when you jump super high, which I didn't really like. But overall, it was a really good game for an arcade game. But yeah, Virtua Fighter 3 came out October 18, 1999. Now this game, a lot of people say they didn't like this game just because of what it was and how it came out and compared to the games previously. But this game is really good. In terms of like, how I say this? In terms of like, not aesthetic, because someone in my video told me that aesthetic is something to do with looks, so I gotta stop saying that. But the way the design is, the way it felt. Virtua Fighter 3 wasn't really a fan favorite, a lot of people's opinion, but it was still a really good game. This game added new moves, and now you're able to block, so it added more than just a punch and kick button. Now you're able to block with another button. The animation of these characters also showed off. It was a lot better, a lot more fluent, and a lot more smoother, which I respect more about a game. And they added like stage arenas now, so it's like train boards, stuff like how Mortal Kombat 9 kind of did, stuff like that. The story mode in Virtua Fighter 3 wasn't really popping at the moment, but it was something to keep up to it. Every game had an iconic intro showing off the fighters and their styles and where they learned it from, stuff like that, which is really good. And I really expected in the game like this Virtua Fighter 4, which is really good. I just couldn't understand how this game didn't get the love that Taken 3 got, or Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. Because this is a really good game. Like, I feel like Virtua Fighter could have been a really good series if they took from other games and not try to be so heavy on my way or no way. So like sometimes you can use other people to kind of influence you to be better and do more, instead of you just being so narcissistic or egotistic and believing that you're perfect and there's nothing wrong, which I didn't really respect. Virtua Fighter was a really good game. I feel like it's something that you can go back and play. It's not something that you'll go back and play and, you know, keep playing, like if you went back and played NFL Streets or NBA Street on Court. But it's a game that you would love to go back and just test the waters. Virtua Fighter 4, well, there's two versions that really came out. But we're just going to stick to the Evolution version. Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution came out August 7, 2002 for PS2, Xbox One, and stuff. Now this was crowned as the best fighting game of the PS2 series. Like when it came out, everyone was going crazy over this game. It's got one of the highest rated rankings in terms of like all time for PS2 game. It's really good. What made Virtua Fighter 4 so great, in my opinion, not just the graphics at the time, but the story mode. And also they added way more stuff to do this time. Now you could actually play online, you could challenge your friends, stuff like that, with the PS2 version. But also the speed of the game was a lot faster and a lot quicker and a lot smoother. They gave you an actual tutorial mode that you could actually learn and get from it, understand it. The roster was kind of it wasn't really what it was expected to be, but each character felt different from the next. Also gave you stats to really understand how you can play your boards and play your character better. But now with this, you can also customize your character as well. Kind of give you like a Taken type of vibe, where you could buy gear and stuff like that and add it to your character. Not only that, it has ranking system now, so now you can see your rank in terms of like this and that. And you can also look at your opponent's rank and see where his rank is at. And the board is one thing I liked about Virtua Fighter 4. If you look at the previous Virtua Fighters to now, the board seemed got a lot better, and it was a lot well put together, really fluent and smooth. And it's not something that you just say, oh, it really gave you a aesthetic of like taking tag, but like not the graphics wise, but like in terms of like boards and stuff like that, it's really good. It's more close to the Bloody Roar though. If you guys ever played Bloody Roar, you understand why I say Bloody Roar is more close to this. I don't know, I might do a video on Bloody Roar, I don't know. But Virtua Fighter 4 was such a really good game. From the design, the modes, the fluency of the game, the combat, the online, everything about this game was just so good. Like it really puts the PS2 to the most value. Just because nowadays game or consoles doesn't get put to their best value. I feel like when this game first came out, it puts the PS2 to the highest it can be. And man, I love playing with Vanessa. Shout out to Vanessa's friend, but she was really good back in the day. I don't know about now, but she was really excellent and smooth player, very quick, very fluent, and she was a big girl, so you know she controlled a lot of the area ground of it. But Virtua Fighter was a really good game, something that you could really understand and grow more with. I really like that, and I really understand why this game is rated so high. And now we're on to the last game before Virtua Fighter 6, which is Virtua Fighter 5 Revolt. And once again, the topic of this video was, why wasn't this game great, or why wasn't it up to the standards that Taken Street Fighter? I don't understand where all the hate came from this game. This game is really well put together, really fluent, really smooth. The graphics is amazing. Now the graphics is amazing, just because before they were great, but it wasn't to the part they are now. But just overall, the little tweaks that they brought to this game. Now they brought back a netcode, so now it's like you don't have to worry about delay of online battles. Not just that, but now they gave you more fluency of a game. Like, Revo was really good, bro. Like, there's nothing you can really hate about the game, just besides the buggy animations a little bit sometimes, because those can be annoying. And overall, just how well rounded it wasn't compared to Street Fighter 6 and Taken. Now, I did my videos on those and my perspective of those two companies, but Virtua Fighter 5 is a really good game. Something that I would say was a sleeper. I feel like it could have did a lot better if they added more boards, more characters. It gave us actual customization, just because like that's something that Taken and Street Fighter did so well, was give us customization. I feel like they would have kept that in the game like they did back in Virtua Fighter 2. It would have kept the game fluent and smooth. Cause like graphics is cool and all, but we need gameplay too. It need to be a balance, and I feel like that's where they kind of lack the value of this game, and more so what comes with it. You just gotta understand more on how to be. Yeah, but it brings us to the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think. Was Virtua Fighter 5 critically underrated, or was it just right of how I got all the hate and bads? Me personally, I feel like it could have been way better, but it still deserved to at least get some love up there with Taken and Street Fighter. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also check out my social media, link in the description. Also link in the video. And I love y'all. Keep chasing y'all dreams. Don't give up. And always support your brothers. Like even your sisters. If your sisters got dreams and goals, support them as well, man. Love y'all.